Hi, friends. Today, I, host Eric, and my girlfriend, host Rachel, are going to play tarot readings for you and celebrities.
Yep.
We're going to do Prince Charles first. I think we're going to do one card for him. What do you think?
Yeah, he's
a one card.
He's a one card guy. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Is it this one?
I think it's this one.
Okay.
Ha! 3 cups, he's partying.
He's like, this virus ain't doing shit to me. I'm up here in the cottage in Scotland. I'm living large.
Yeah. He just wanted to get away, I think, from his family a little bit.
Yeah. He's like, I'm tired of all you people and you're complaining about shit.
Just leave me, Camilla, alone, okay? It's over. We're together. Get over it.
Is it him and Camilla?
Yeah, they're officially like together.
They're officially together
Yeah.
finally after all these years?
Yep. Doesn't mean that people are happy with it, but
Why are they unhappy about it?
well, Camilla's
Because she's a commoner? Is she a commoner?
because she's just like not a nice person. Like
She's a bitch?
yeah.
Let's pull a card for Camilla.
Are you missing your boy? Or they're probably together. She's not gonna be with him. King of Pence.
She's all about him, huh?
See, that's the thing. It's like you can't hate them being together because they love each other so much, but they just happen to be, you know, kind of scummy people.
Awful people?
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Well, there you go then. So if you arrive here in the stream and would like to have your tarot read, just let us know and we'll do a tarot reading for you. I think it's now time for Rachel and I to do our relationship reading. We went to go get a relationship reading from a tarot person, but they were closed.
Yeah. And she wasn't doing in-person readings.
And she wanted $150 for a couples reading.
Yeah.
So we'll just do our own couples reading right now for free.
Can we use both the decks?
Yeah, sure, of course. Okay, so I'm going to propose that we do physical, emotional, intellectual, like biorhythms, on compatibility grounds. Let's see what those cards come out to be.
Okay? I like that.
So physical, we're going to each pull a card now for our relationship. Page of Pence, Chariot. And what's the Page of Pence?
It's like new beginnings and money.
Okay. Well, with physicality, I would say this is new beginnings of sex.
Yeah.
For both of us. And, of course, achievement, passage, evolution, rise, roll, everything going great.
Physically, yeah. I see myself changing.
Me too. Absolutely. Okay, now let's do emotional compatibility. We got the world. We're very emotionally compatible. And we definitely are. We geek each other constantly.
It's true.
And we got this one. Victory, triumph. Kudos.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I feel victorious that I can be emotionally compatible with you.
Me too.
Yeah.
I feel like we got the world. So we're on the same page there. Okay, how about we're going to do now intellectual compatibility. Now, this is, granted, the area where we are least compatible, but even so, I think we're extremely compatible in this area too.
Wait, what is this?
Intellectually.
Oh, intellectual.
Of the 3 areas.
It's the lower one.
It's the lowest of our 3 according to the biorhythms page, but it's still very high, much higher than almost anybody ever guessing compatibility.
Yeah.
So, intellectual. New ideas, inception. This is a good card. This is the Ace of Rods. Growth, potential. This is what I think the intellectual pairing of us means to you mostly. It seems like this works this way for both of us, right?
I think so.
It's like these seem to be. What's the Queen of Pence?
Earth Mama.
So in other words, I think I'm experiencing the earth mama side of my intellect, which is to say I'm never critical intellectually of Rachel's notions, whatever they are.
No.
They're all NI stuff. So it's like they may not be TI sound, but it doesn't matter. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I know how ridiculous I am sometimes too, and I feel it's very nice that you don't.
No, I feel protective of you in all areas, including intellectually. And so it makes sense that the queen is there, and also that this frees you up to have intellectual growth, new ideas, all this other stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And similarly, it's like finally somebody got it right. You feel like finally I got the proper connection between the human being and myself.
Yep.
And I feel like now this is what a relationship is for. This is the whole purpose of a relationship. This is why everything.
Yeah. I feel that too though. Like honestly, it really has come full circle. I'm here to be with you. There's no other reason.
Now we're gonna do the challenging one here.
Okay.
It's our no matter how small this area may be. El Nino my ass.
Exactly.
No matter how challenging this area may be, Isaac Grotti, this is our area of challenge. Okay.
Interesting.
Handling success, maybe, or finding the path to success by balancing things like making sure that our success in the relationship doesn't undermine my ability to handle shit in general. Possibly.
Yeah.
Might be a challenge area because it's like as I said at the beginning, this relationship does tend to make both of us lazy.
It does.
But I mean, lazy is the wrong word for it, frankly. It makes us productive in enjoying each other's company.
Yeah, I wouldn't say lazy.
Yeah. So okay, this is a great reading for us, Rachel.
Yeah, it really is.
I think we got it just right.
I do too.
Isaac Grotti's here.
Yes, he is.
Isaac Grotti, would you like a tarot poll? We'd be happy to do you a poll. We can do a full poll. You're the only person here.
Full
poll. Put these ones back
Oh,
in there.
shizzle, thank you.
Okay, let's see. So, I think what we should do is the self that serves the self that serves the world, and the self that serves, I guess, God or the ineffable or the slabs. The self that serves the self that serves the world, and the self that serves the slab. Let's start there, okay? The Isaac Grotti self that serves the self. Queen of Cups and Death. So, I think this means you're good at ending relationships, and you're good at or selfish in that capacity. But that's not necessarily a bad thing to serve the self. Everybody has to serve the self in some capacity. I think this means you serve the self by ending bad relationships and other kinds of emotionally sensitive stuff that puts you at vulnerable risk. Because isn't Queen of Cups the easily wounded, mature one?
It's the mystic.
Oh, it's the mystic.
Yeah.
I think when you have instincts that tell you this isn't good, you end it. That's the part that serves the self. Whether or not it's actually good or not is maybe not good for you and your personal interests. Therefore, you end it. I think that's what that tells me. Okay, so this is the part of you that serves the world. Ace of Pentacles and Two of Sticks. Ace of Pentacles says basically you go out to make money, do gigs, you work basically is what serves the world. The Two of Sticks is what?
It's partnership.
Oh, so you serve the world in partnership with other people. You don't do it in isolation. You're not I need to work by myself kind of person.
You like to be with a team.
Now the part of the self that serves the slabs. The Star card. And Ten of Swords. So I would say the part of you that serves the slabs is the part of you that suffers and the part of you that shines.
Yeah.
The part of you that suffers and the part of you that shines serve the slabs. Now let's do a pull for Isaac Roddy's romantic life. Let's find out about Isaac's romantic life. Polygamy? You are a romantic lover type with lots of different people. Wow, Isaac Roddy. You are destined to be a polygamist. Congratulations. How many wives are you going to have? How many wives do you want? According to this card, you're going to have 6 wives. So this means.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of wives. Now let's pull a card for his inner parent. This will tell us something about your future as a parent, perhaps, but it's not a prediction of the future. It just says, this tells you something about your family destiny kind of thing, you know. Let's find out how many children basically you're gonna have.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, you're gonna pop out a brood, my friend. You are gonna be cheaper by the dozen.
Yep, and you're gonna feel complete by having kids, and they're probably gonna be very fiery and energetic.
You're gonna name them all Isaac, like George Foreman.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot about it this morning too. Mrs. Mom reminded me. All of his sons are named George.
He's had a lot of girlfriends, so you're gonna have a lot of wives too, Isaac Roddy. That's what it means.
6 wives and a shit ton of children. That's what that tells us about you, okay?
Congrats.
Congratulations. Now we know what the tarot has to say about you. Let's see, who else should we pull a tarot for? Let's pull tarot cards for C.S. Joseph.
Okay.
C.S. Joseph's physical well-being first. Strength. And Hermit. So physically, I think he's withdrawing currently from the physical self, but finding strength in doing so probably.
This is physical?
Yeah. Now let's do emotional. How's C.S. Joseph doing emotionally? Page of Cups and Ace of Cups?
Yeah. Maybe he's having a new beginning with his ex-wife.
Or some other
someone
new chick
new,
from
yeah.
his community, right?
Yeah. Actually, that's probably more like it. I'm so wishful thinking.
He's Page of Cupping.
Yeah.
Which means he's being very immature about other people's emotions.
Yeah.
All right, now, intellectually, how's he doing intellectually? If the tarot has any justice, it's nothing but the Tower card.
Is he always talking about himself? Ooh, conflict.
Conflict, strife, Knight of Swords. He's trying to use words to battle against these contradictions, but it's causing, you know. I think he's an ESTJ. He could be an ENTJ, but I think he's probably ESTJ. He seems more likely to be NI-polar, or he could be an ESFP is the other possibility. I don't think so, but, you know, he's got terrible TI. He's either TI polar or NI-polar. I know that. These must not go with this deck. These must go with this deck. All right, anybody you would like to see us pull a tarot read for in the world, Isaac Roddy? You can pick any celebrity, personality, YouTuber, anybody.
Oh, YouTuber.
Somebody you know in your life. Like this card fell for the person who's most significant in Isaac Roddy's life right now.
Uh-oh, 10 of sticks.
Oh, 10 of sticks. Somebody significant in your life right now, Isaac Roddy, is trying to sweep up a bunch of leaves with a little shovel, and they keep blowing away, and white stuff's coming out of their head.
Yeah.
And that one just popped out. The Lovers. This must be for me and Rachel.
Ooh, I think so too.
It just popped out.
It is then. That's the answer.
Okay, Donald Trump. Isaac Roddy wants us to do a poll for Donald Trump.
Good question.
All right, so how's Donald doing physically right now? Let's find out. He's a little on the older side.
Yeah.
5 of Pentacles. He's doing 5 of Pentacles.
Oh, he's not feeling so good.
He's not feeling so good?
No, that's loss. It looks like they're out in snow.
Well, you know, Winston's mom predicted that he wouldn't finish the term, so maybe he's getting sick. Who knows? Emotionally, how's Trump doing right now emotionally? It's this one. 7 of Pentacles.
Waiting.
So, okay, he's sort of emotionally in limbo at the moment. And how's he doing intellectually? There it is.
2 cups.
I would say intellectually he's married to his ideas regardless of what they are. Because he's an ESFP.
He loves them.
Yeah.
He holds them dear.
Okay, so I see we've got 3 people here now, which is great. Thank you for the other 2 people, along with Isaac Roddy, for showing up. If you have anybody you'd like us to pull tarot for, either yourself or some famous person in the world or a person in your life that we don't know, that's fine too.
Yeah.
Anybody you'd like to pull cards for, we're happy to pull them for. Right now, I think I'd like to do a pull for Pee-Pee.
Yeah.
Capio, my cat.
She's been moving around more.
How's she doing physically, Rachel?
She is. 2 cups.
You just pulled this one again.
She has been very lovey.
Well, I think what it's saying is she's realizing how important her physical well-being is to her.
I think so too.
She's getting back in oh, well, good, Desert INTJ. Glad to hear it. She's getting back into the flow of things. Now let's see how my cat is doing emotionally.
3
Party
cups.
time. She's pretty happy right now.
Yeah, I'd agree. She's been dominating the day.
She has. She's been quite bossy. Intellectually, how she's doing.
Oh, she's full of hope. That's good.
Full of hope. Full of hope and good thoughts. That's good. Good job, Pee-Pee.
Good call. That's a great pull for her. I'm really happy to see that.
Desert INTJ, let's find out about you.
Yeah. Double card for him? Or?
Sure. Let's do his artistic self, his romantic self, and his practical self.
Ooh, okay.
Desert INTJ's artistic self is first. Ooh, overburden. And transition voyage. Your artistic self, you need to just get rid of that shovel and just be okay with all those leaves being there. And this one, that's a transition for you. It's a voyage away from the norm. Caring too much about the leaves. You know, voyage away from that artistically. Now, Desert INTJ's romantic self. Oh la la. Let's find out what Desert INTJ is like when it's getting deeply sensual. Deeply, deeply sensual. He's like the 2 of sticks. Ooh la la. For you, sensuality is all about the feeling of an open heart.
With a partner.
With a partner. So you don't prefer masturbation. That's what this says.
I like that interpretation of it.
Yeah.
Ace of Wands might be get it on with yourself, so.
Right, but with the 2 of 6, it's not anymore.
Yeah.
Then you gotta have a partner.
Yeah.
Now, we just did your artistic self, your romantic self. And what's the other one we're gonna do? Oh, practical self. Practical self. We got action, speed, go. And we got 8 pentacles. Do you remember what 8 pentacles is?
It's the worker's card.
The worker's card. Okay, so your practical self is very practical, naturally.
Yep.
Now let's do his weakness. Desert INTJ's weakness self. Okay, let's find out. We're going to rend your soul bare for all to see here, Desert INTJ. What is your weakness? Now, there's the death card, Desert INTJ. There's the death card. You're printing face masks right now.
Interesting.
Yeah. 6 of Swords. This is a bad one, I think. It means...
No, 6 of Swords is the voyage travel one.
Okay, voyage travel.
Yep.
So, your weakness is, I guess, either dying or perhaps just ending things that have potential, but you just are like, you know what? Fuck it then. I'm ending this thing.
Now.
Yeah, maybe that's your weakness. I think so. Now,
yeah.
His greatest strength. Let's find out the greatest strength that makes Desert INTJ tick.
Your greatest strength. Ooh la la. Yeah.
It's getting on chick after chick after chick. Is that what his greatest strength is? Are you a puss slayer, Desert INTJ? Or does this mean your greatest strength is getting over love affairs?
It could be.
Could be that.
Sometimes it's your greatest strength is what? 3 of 6.
Leaving a wrong relationship to find the right one?
Yeah.
That could be another interpretation of that.
Yep. Like you're good at when you have 3 options, you're good at making a choice.
Well, let me tell you guys something. Kitty has been playing in and out Kitty all day today.
All day.
We have had a lot of in and out Kitty.
She's so cute.
Okay, so has to be getting over. Not much slaying right now. Well, that's good. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
I usually go into this one. I don't even bother putting them in a certain direction with your deck anymore. It's just
you don't use it right now.
It's just so out of direction.
I don't use the reversals.
I don't use them either. That's why I don't let them exist.
All right. Well, maybe. Well,
all right. Pick a celebrity, Rachel.
I was thinking Frank James. Let me see.
Frank James. Let's pull cards for Frank James. So let's do his emotional and intellectual and physical. Let's do that.
Emotional, intellectual, okay, like biorhythm. Okay.
Emotional.
Oh.
Ooh. He's not feeling super great right now.
It's not. I'm not surprised he what is this, physical?
This is emotional.
Emotional, exploited.
He probably feels like
very exploited. He's
like betrayed by the idea of success. Almost.
Right.
As an INFJ, it's got to be really difficult to handle success because they're so careful and like aware of cringe.
Yeah. And what's the other one for? It's just the waiting around.
Waiting around for something emotional to actually happen.
Yeah.
Fairly waiting for his channel to give him emotional success, not just practical success. My channel didn't give me any practical success, but it gave me absolute emotional success. I got the world emotionally with Rachel. You know?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Now we've got his emotional, physical. Physical is next. Frank James's body. Frank James's body. His body is a community.
Ooh. He might be working out.
I mean, when I say physically, being this big community success has meant he's more active physically. And so that's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Now, intellectually. Where's he at intellectually?
Ooh.
Let's find out. Ooh, this one popped right out.
Yeah.
Intellectually, he's feeling like he's got the goddamn world in his hands and that he's a dynamo. That he's passionate and charming and cocky.
This, I feel, makes actually a lot of sense.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. Again, for those in attendance, if you have anybody you'd like us to pull for, celebrity, person in your life, pet, Chuck E. Cheese's. Let's each pull one card for Chuck E.
Chuck E.
Cheese.
Cheese, okay.
Chuck E. Cheese, I'm feeling bad for right now in the virus because they're trying to sell to-go pizzas. And who goes to Chuck E. Cheese's for pizza? Nobody. Hi, Winston's mom. Fantastic.
Hello, Winston's mom.
Right now, we're going to pull a card for Chuck E. Cheese's. We'll see how it's going to survive this virus. Justice and an increase in new money opportunity.
I think their justice is going to come around for them, right?
Yeah, I think that this means they're gonna get justice eventually. When this whole thing blows over, there's gonna be this period of time everyone was like, "Come on, everyone, let's go patronize businesses that got ignored during the virus."
Are you kidding? People are going to want their kids there all the time. School's out.
That's true. Rachel, you just called it right there. So the current injustice being done will be remedied when once the virus thing is over.
Yeah.
Because people will still be out of school, but they want the kids to go to Chuck E. Cheese's now.
Oh, yeah. They're not going to want them in the house.
No. Now, next. Oh, that's it for Chuck E. Cheese's. We don't need to do a multi-pull for Chuck E. Cheese's.
No. Here.
What happened here?
Oh, I did that. I was going to make different cards for each of the, that represents each of the MBTI.
Oh.
I didn't get to finish it though.
Winston's mom. Let's do Winston's mom. Okay, so let's do what we did for Desert INTJ. Artistic self, romantic self, practical self, weakness, and strength.
Okay.
So we've got artistic self first. Winston's mom's artistic self. This one. Strength and struggle. Your artistic self requires a lot of patience. It's both your struggle and your strength, your intuition, your burden and your blessing, your talent and your curse, your yin and your yang.
Yep.
Now, her romantic self. We're going to figure out either the one ooh and a law or two oohs here. We've got two cards to pull.
We've got two. Yeah.
Right.
Who's in the law?
Let's see. This is a law, I think. That makes that an ooh. Your romantic self is traditional and dormant and healing and waiting, resting.
It's traditional.
Yeah. Now, practical. Your practical self. Yes, well, it's not my fault your romantic self is boring with his mom. The tarot speaks. Okay. All right, this is your practical self. Ooh, betrayed. But also, yeah. So it's like your practical self is full of feelings and good fun and heart and openness and stuff, but it's also subject to betrayal.
Yeah.
Perhaps by your impulses, perhaps by your significant others, spending habits or such, something like that. Now let's do your weakness. Maybe it's chocolate chip ice cream. Maybe it's heroin. Maybe it's El Guapo.
Everyone has their thing.
Everyone has their weakness. Let's find out what Winston's mom's weakness is. This one. Balancing all your shits and getting enamored. Getting enamored is your weakness, Winston's mom. You get enamored a little bit. Sometimes.
You like those romantic types who's gonna flirt.
Yeah, you need to balance your youthful exuberance with practical minded things or something. I don't know, something.
Yeah, it is a balance of the practicalities and fun.
Okay, now your greatest strength. What? This is the event where you can win the gold medal. In the other event, there your weakness, you get the brown medal. But here you can win the gold medal. I'm waiting for the cards to reveal the correct one to me. There it is. No.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Your greatest weakness is winning at home.
I thought that's her strength.
Oh yeah, this is her strength. Sorry. Your greatest strength is winning at home.
That's a pretty good thing to win at.
That's a good place to win. You win at maintaining harmony and peace and
Aw, Winston's mom is just saying she has a crush on you.
cohabitation.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Winston's mom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's Winston's mom's poll. Now, if you guys have any, like somebody named Hunter. Hunter? I don't know. Possibly. Did I type in ESFP? Let's pull cards for Cloud.
Yeah.
Okay, Cloud. How is Cloud doing emotionally? He's got two cards. He's got the 6 of Cups and the 7 of Sticks.
Ooh.
How's he doing physically? He's in transition. He's becoming a woman. How's he doing intellectually? Ten of Swords. Yeah, well.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. Let's see how Eric Thor's doing. You mean in the chat here? There's a big lag time on the comments and when I see them appear. I just saw that one appear a second ago, so if that tells you anything. Or if you're talking about the comments on videos, you know, they have a weird shit gets held sometimes for long ass times for no reason that I can understand. So
Okay.
What are we having for dinner? We haven't decided yet.
No, we don't know.
We had a really good meal earlier, which was eggs and bacon.
Yes, it was delicious. You really are a very good cook. Eric made sauce last night too with the pasta. It was very good.
It was okay. You know, it's like the thing is, we both discussed how we'll do it differently next time.
Yeah, but that's
I thought the eggs
it.
and bacon I
Yeah,
cooked
that was
perfectly.
bomb. Bomb, I have to say. Like, so good.
There's one of those things that you have to cook eggs and bacon exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have the bacon exactly crispy and not burned, and you gotta have the eggs. What do you call them? Like still kind of gooey in the middle, you know, but not runny. You're gonna cook up some salmon tonight, Desert INTJ. Let's see how your dinner's gonna go. 9 sticks. What's that one?
Struggle.
Oh, you're gonna either over or undercook the salmon.
Oh, no.
Sorry, Desert INTJ. That's just how it is. You know, I like that breakfast so much. We had it for lunch, but I was thinking, like, when I get hungry again, I almost want to make that again for dinner.
Okay.
Well, we could also eat chili or whatever.
It's up to you. Either one. I mean, if you want to make the sandwiches seem like easy enough, and then if not, we got the chili.
Yeah.
Still have
I
options.
mean, breakfast is easy to cook because you just get one. Yeah, that's true. You just get one pan and you cook it all. You know, cook the bacon first, and then you cook the eggs, and you get the toast going, and you got a limited amount of things to clean up. But I also want to discuss with you guys the typology gifts channel blew up. Really? Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I know he's an INFJ. I've made some content with him before.
Is he?
I think he is. He's an odd one, but after enough time interacting with him, he is one. He's just, he doesn't come across one right away, but he is. I've had everybody in the world challenge that notion about him, but I'm convinced. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not getting a lot of live stream. Maybe that YouTube's not prioritizing live streaming right now. Or they're prioritizing uploaded videos and not really directing my attention to live streaming. I don't know. You know, it's like YouTube's a goddamn mystery. It's such a mystery as to why and when and. But I'll tell you what is absolutely not a mystery. The question of who is the extraordinarily important kitty friend.
Yes.
It's you. You're the extraordinarily important kitty friend. Yes, you are. It looks like she's reading the chat.
It does. Oh.
Who's that? Oh, this is Bo. That's a pretty scenic view right there. That's some real up close kitty cat action.
Peach nose.
Sorry, Barry.
All right.
Okay, so Kitty, remember your character's motivation. I want you to look straight at the camera and say meow. Your line is meow. Have you forgotten your line? Kitty, I know it's important for you to find your inner character, but it's taking too long. You need to say your line now. Say meow, 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 meow.
The things.
So I wanted to share with everybody this idea Rachel and I were discussing last night for a social experiment, I guess you'd call it. It requires that we either own a grocery store or retain the cooperation of someone who does own a grocery store. And in that grocery store, you put up a sign Yeah, it really does come down. Well, it comes down to two things, does it, INTJ? Yeah, it does come down to that. And the thing is, I have not fundamentally approached this thing yet with any kind of focused like intentionality, really. When I do, I'll start making videos probably on a brand new channel that are specifically like cognitive function videos, and just do uploaded videos on that channel. And try to do it properly. I mean, the thing is, I'm confident that if I approach the thing right, like Eric Thor or somebody else, that I will blow up in no time flat, because I'm actually better than those people at making content if I put my mind to it and decide to do it well. Or at least it's not really even deciding to do it well. It's deciding to not do it badly. So it's like I've got to limit myself. I have to have a channel where I only do good uploaded videos for the purpose of getting that channel big. And then where I'm gonna fuck around, I need to fuck around in different places, you know? So that's basically the plan of attack at the moment, so to speak. And well, we'll see what happens. I'll probably just keep live streaming here, and I'm gonna do upload videos someplace else. You know, it's obvious that live streaming is not obviously working great for me at the moment, but I just barely started live streaming on this channel, so it's to be expected that it'll take a little time, you know. I'm of the mindset that if I'm going to live stream a lot, you know, there might be a benefit to that or something. But regardless, like I said, when I decide to apply myself to actually being successful here on YouTube, which will be shortly, I'll make a new channel specifically about cognitive functions. I'll upload a series of one-off videos that are all about 10 minutes long and that are designed to be broadly enjoyed, and like one video I made before that was extremely successful was Asshole's Guide to the 16 Personality Types. I have a lot of capacity to write little sort of, just to do things that are successful if I choose to apply myself towards that. I'm confident I can. And so that's what I'll do. But I'm not beginning it yet. I'm waiting for yeah. I mean, I'm aware of the slabs in motion, and I will take action to solidify what the slabs intend for me to do. Every once in a while I get this weird ringing in my ears that tells me something slabby's going on. That's my interpretation of it. It's like out of nowhere. I just got it right there where I was talking about how there's a course of action to be taken here, and that it will be taken. I will take it, and I will cause the thing I'm talking about to happen. It just happened again.
That's definitely
the ringing in the ear again, which I don't normally get. Like most of the time, it's not there at all. It's not like I have what is it called, tinnitus or whatever, ringing in the ear. It's this weird occasional thing that happens, and usually when I'm talking about something or thinking about something magical or whatever.
It's cool. That is a slappy thing.
Yeah.
That's like me with songs. A lot of times if I'm thinking about someone or a certain thing, a song will come on and reinforce that.
You fit so perfectly under my arm. That's crazy.
It really is. Your armpit's right there.
Yeah. Man, you fit nicely.
Yes.
Just having you like under my arm feels so right.
It just feels so good. Your hands are the perfect size for my arm.
I know. We are so well fitted. It's crazy.
It's very lucky. It's a blessing, I think.
You get different feelings, some tight, some fuzzy, some are just grumbly feelings. Right. Well, and sometimes ringing in my ear has to do with something not related to the slabs. I can kind of tell the difference. It's a different kind of ringing in my ears. But it makes sense that my magical cues would be auditory. Like everything about me is auditory.
So I wonder if you have what do you call it, clairaudience, where do you ever hear people calling your name even though they're not?
No, I just have this thing that I've decided a couple of years ago and haven't really talked about ever until now, frankly. That this periodic ringing in my ears associated with some indication that somewhere in the world something very slabby was happening. It may not have anything to do with me. Well, since then, I determined that the ringing in my ears probably had more to do with me than something slabby in the world happening. Although there are some times where I can't figure out what the link is at all. So I think maybe something slabby related is happening somewhere else that I can't possibly know anything about right now.
Yeah.
But in general, I think the ringing links to important moments where I'm making a decision one way or the other that meow or meow, and that's going to make a big difference going forward.
I'm claircognizant. I think that's like a knowing thing. Like I
And I
can
don't.
just know. Yeah, right,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, now I know, right? I can actually link the two things where before I just felt like a know-it-all. Yeah. So
You're the greatest know-it-all, because you don't come across know-it-all-y at all. You may have felt like it, but you don't ever come across like it.
oh, thanks. I really I think a little while as a kid, as a teen, I think I was obnoxious with that. I half listened to what adults were saying, and I'd be like, yeah, I know, and I'd be out the door, and I really had no idea what was said. Oh no.
Let's see. I think this actually fixes. Last time I tried to fix it, I was able to actually fix it. Let's see. Yeah, it's fine.
You guys can hear us and see us still?
Well, when I was a little kid, I used to have this thing that happened to me as I was going to sleep. And for a while, I thought I could see through my eyelids because when I'd go to sleep, I'd close my eyes and then I'd look around the room and I could still see the room perfectly fine.
Wow.
And see where everything was. Now, obviously, this was just sort of like, I mean, I don't know what you'd call it. It's some sort of SI trick, SI memory visual trick that I used to be able to do that I can't do at all anymore. There's no way I could do that now, but I used to be able to do it when I was a kid. I could close my eyes and still see the room when I was going to sleep.
That's cool.
Now, obviously, I wasn't actually doing that, but I had some sort of visualization in my head that made me think that I was doing that. And I believed for a while when I was a little kid that I could see through my eyelids, which was the only logical explanation for it, right? Well, I must be able to see through my eyelids. And then eventually I realized, but I can't see through my eyelids.
That's interesting. It's like you're seeing like a holograph of your room.
It would be as though I hadn't closed my eyes. I could still, I'd be lying there and I'd be looking around, I'd still see the room just fine, all the details.
That's really cool. That is a talent.
But I don't know, probably that period of time maybe lasted 6 months of my life or something when I was a little kid, and then that was it.
Wow. I definitely know I'm not, I mean, I know, I feel like my least, of the Claires is, clairaudient. I'm not, my hearing is pretty poor. So, although I have had times where, like, I think someone's calling my name.
This Bonner's calling your name, Rachel. Rachel, smoke me. It's saying.
Yeah, it is. Oh,
I love you so much. I need to rub your back. I've been remiss in taking care of your shoulders. I'm sorry, darling. I will get you fully rubbed up afterwards, after this live stream, okay?
You're the best.
My perfect perfection you have to experience any tension is unacceptable. Completely unacceptable.
I don't want you to feel any tension either.
I don't feel any tension. You take care of me well.
That's all I want.
You do a fantastic job.
Okay.
Do you see the giddiness? It's like irrepressible.
It really is.
It's so wonderful. I don't mean to make other people jealous or mad or anything, because their relationship isn't as exciting as this. But this is a pretty damn good relationship, I gotta tell you.
It is.
By any reasonable measure, you say. Excelente in Spanish. I'm sorry to hear that, Hambone. And I totally respect and understand why you have to share that with us today. Oh. That Dog, I feel you, dog. I feel you there. And now you walk away and go like, did they know that? They're thinking that right now. They're going, ham bone meant in light of it. He said in lieu of.
In lieu. That's such a lawyer. Being a paralegal is pretty easy. Well, actually, like, I used to have to change the documents. Because, like, in certain law, that's, like, pretty like, they have, like, standard things that they write up, and you just change the date. And, the person's name. Why am I saying that? Because in lieu of.
What's funny is you used in lieu, and you meant to use in light of, in lieu of, in lieu of. You could say.
In lieu of.
Right.
In lieu of light.
In lieu of, you meant to say, in light of these details, but you said in lieu of these details, in lieu of saying in light of these details, instead. Instead, the third one of those, right? Instead basically means in lieu of. In the stead of is another way to put it, you know? The stead being place, essentially, in the place of. English is fun. I like grammar. I like teaching grammar. But I want to talk to you about this absolutely spectacular Kevin Long. At least this one is. My dream woman. I remember when I first saw her without her clothes on when she first got here. It was just like, you gotta be kidding me. Am I actually gonna get on this girl? It was so great to just see her be like, oh, look at you. Oh my God, look at you.
It was very sweet.
And it's been nothing but gravy ever since. I'm not an INFJ. She is. I'm an ENTP. Are you dabbing him, Bone? Is that a dab emoji? Do they have a dab emoji?
I've never seen one.
That's great.
That is cool, though.
INFJ, what are they like in the bedroom? They're FE tool, which means whether or not they're happy is contingent a lot on whether or not you're genuinely and authentically enjoying them.
Yes.
And that means not enjoying doing something to them, but enjoying them as a human being. How do you get an INFJ to feel more comfortable? Love them authentically and completely without reservation.
Authentic is thing.
That's cool. There's a dab one.
That is.
But that's the answer. If you genuinely and authentically love an INFJ without judgment, and you're like, you're precious to me because of who you are, and having intercourse at you, making intercourse at you, as I prefer to phrase it, is a great privilege and reward, you know, and that, you know, obviously as male in a heterosexual relationship, there's a certain amount of like me caveman, you take it, right? But it's got to be authentic and born of very great love, you know, and then all of a sudden both parties get liberated entirely.
Yeah, because I feel like that builds the trust. You know, I don't think they need to like trust you like fully if it's just a new relationship. But the more comfortable, then
Right. The longer we've been together, the better things have gone. The better when they started off great. So, and it's the exact opposite of my last relationship, which was an absolute fucking nightmare in the bedroom. Just a nightmare beyond all belief. I was with an ISFJ before, and very different experience. But of course, she had additional things related to that were unrelated to her being an ISFJ. So it's not. I don't want to be tossing ISFJs into a blender just because the one I was with had attachment disorder. It's not fair to ISFJs.
no.
I don't like this.
But still,
behind
bad
your
chemistry in the bedroom can definitely develop if it's not real.
Right. Well, if either party has difficulty being authentic, then you're going to always have some bastardized, inadequate replacement for what ought to be.
Yeah, because like I mean, you think about it, it's pretty mechanical. I don't know.
Yeah. It's not a very complicated concept. It's it's like this.
Yeah, right. That's the thing that they. That's the thing that they.
How can we get our friends to come to the party again? They'll get here eventually. My girlfriend really seems self-conscious and almost worried about getting a bad experience. I honestly can't tell if she doesn't want to have sex or she's just worried about being uncomfortable. Is she an INFJ? Or are you? She's an INFJ? She's very self-conscious, probably. And you need to say the right words. The right words are all positive affirmation, validation, and actively celebrating her.
Mm-hmm.
If you do that enough, potentially you can fix her if she's got some sort of damage. If she's got some sort of attachment disorder, then you're probably screwed no matter what.
Well, yeah.
So, it's like
attachment disorder, but
if
it is just self-esteem.
It also matters how new the relationship is.
Yeah.
If you're deep into it and it's still like this, you probably got some problems. If it's relatively new, give it some time because she needs to get genuinely, authentically comfortable with you. It's not just a physical act for an INFJ or an ENTP. What type are you, Kevin Long? You're an ESTP. Oh.
So what kind of words would you say, Eric?
What kind of words?
Yeah, because I mean, he's gonna want to take actions.
Right. Yeah, that might not be the best type for you. I don't know. Look, they say in socionics, INFJ is the dual ESTP, and a lot of people who would swear by it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. You can't not go by that. You can't if you're ESTP, INFJ, it can work for you. I'm sure there's plenty of couples.
At the very least, it's in the top 4 possible choices.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I just think.
Top 4. So then the answer is you're probably going to need to employ your 8th slot extroverted intuition a little bit more with your 3rd slot FE. You find it validating with your FE 3rd slot for her to have sex with you. That's FE for you. It's like that's the ultimate FE. But for her, the ultimate FE comes in words. Mm-hmm. And so you're gonna have to tell her words like how much better she is than everybody else, basically. Yeah.
I hope you never just tell me that.
Rachel,
I'm afraid.
I would never be able to pull anything like that past you.
I know. Yeah, I know you're right. I would fucking dig for it. But
that's a nice thing, Rachel. I can't sneak anything past you. Sometimes you forget that.
You really can't.
I can't.
Well, I would. No.
You remember the lotion in the bathroom?
I know, and I didn't even know what was going on.
Right. It's like I told a little fib about some lotion in the bathroom, which I really brought out one night to rub one out when she was in New York, And I was like, I saw it and I felt embarrassed for a second. I said, "Oh, I got that out thinking it was shampoo."
Oh yeah. You
But
did.
that was
Yeah,
a lie
and
because
then
I was
you're
just
like, yes,
I was being embarrassed, right?
Yeah.
For no reason, really. I don't know why. I just felt embarrassed for a second. And so that's an example of I can't even pull that off past you.
No.
I can't even pull
No.
that little teeny lie off.
Yeah, no, it didn't. I felt something was off. I was like, I had to ask. But anyway, so yeah, use some words, compliment her body. You know, even if she is insecure about it, if you compliment something that you like talk about your favorite part of it, or like even touch it, that's a good go ahead. So she's got to get comfortable, and you got to help her feel that way.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
If you've been with her for a long time and you're still having sexual incompatibility issues, in my opinion, you go back to work, Cambone. Then, in my opinion, frankly, it's probably not the right relationship. I've been in a relationship where I didn't have sexual compatibility, and regardless of the reason why, whether it's her insecurity or something else, it doesn't really seem to matter. If it doesn't fix pretty quickly, it becomes like just to double down on itself as an issue, or at least it did for me and my ex.
Yeah.
Will I stream more tonight? I don't know. Maybe. I think I'm about ready to wrap this stream up, though. What do you think? Yeah, you okay with that? Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, wait. She's also never been in a relationship and you've been in multiple. Okay, well, now we're ready to talk about this a little bit more.
Okay, how do you feel strongly about her? Because she's just young, and I mean, I don't know how young, but inexperienced. So she's gonna be nervous 9 months. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's the thing. Okay, look, I would say give it a shot again with sex. Like, do you feel strong about her? Like, do you like?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Is if you're thinking ahead, then call it.
Yeah.
You know? You got to be, and the thing is, you don't know because you're bipolar, but you got to be really genuinely in love, and there's no way for you to tell that as to whether or not you ought to. I mean, the thing is, you got to be honest with her, and so if you're telling her all these wonderful things about her, they've got to be true. If you really feel that strongly about her, you'll tell her all these wonderful things about her all the time. Tell her how perfect she is because you actually feel that way.
Right.
But if you're not doing that, then maybe you don't actually feel that way. But of course, you're an ESTP, so you might not use words anyway. Maybe your way of showing her you love her is to have sex with her. And you're like, well, she's not letting me show her I love her.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that works for you.
I'd say give it a shot another time to try to have sex with her. Using what we said and like really think, but if it doesn't work.
And Winston's mom's TE solution is good too, because she may be worried about how into it she feels to you, so to speak. And if you are having intercourse with her in a hot tub or something, that may relieve any concerns about that.
Yeah, make her feel comfortable.
It's an excellent TE solution, by the way.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, okay, but see, you know what you're saying here? You're telling me what you really want her to be. You're not telling me that you really love her a lot or something like that, right? So, I mean, you may. I'm not saying you don't. Right. But that's not what you're telling me at the moment.
Right. You have to be, don't think about what she thinks about you.
I mean, I would say the same thing is true for me. And Rachel, I really want her to feel comfortable around me completely, but I think she does. And it's not like, when you say that, the question is, do you mean you wish things were different in this relationship? And it sounds like you do. That's always a tough call because most relationships aren't like this one, mine.
No.
It's like we don't really have anything to work on. Do you think so? We do?
Us, no.
And I mean, it's like we literally. Okay, well, if there's trust
Maybe
issues,
trust
if she's got
issues?
an attachment disorder, then she's going to always be trust issues. You're never going to fix it. If she's just slow to trust, well, 9 months is awfully slow. Depends how much you've seen each other during the course of those 9 months, of course, as well. Some people see each other every day, all the time, like me and Rachel. Some people see each other maybe once a day or
Sometimes
something.
like 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, as much as they can if they work.
Yeah.
So I would just reinforce the relationship. We live together now.
Mm.
I would reinforce if you genuinely feel for her, like you have love for her. I would reinforce that, like Eric was saying, with the positive affirmations.
And you'd have to approach it as well with, okay, already you got serious fucking problems, dude. Her parents kicking her out of her house. Her parents weren't very good parents. And that's a good sign that she's got some sort of attachment disorder. Why did they kick her out? For some bullshit reason, I'm sure. Or just they got tired of having her there or something. She doesn't sound like she comes from a good family. So that's, usually indicative of, immunity.
It's first relationship, so then
Religious parents, maybe?
Yeah. Maybe she's like, has she had sex before? If not, then like
She's almost 30 and lost her job. Her parents wanted her out of the house.
That's mean. Well.
And this is her first relationship? Like,
It's a lot.
That's an odd situation.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Rachel was a virgin when I got with her, but that's usually not the case when people are almost 30 years old, or 34 or 35 like Rachel. I was lucky. I was really lucky that Rachel was still a virgin. And she was lucky that I was still a virgin at 48. It was really surprising.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Yeah, I saved myself for you, baby.
Thanks. Yeah. I did too. I knew I just trusted Disney.
Right. Well, I did have sex one time before I met you, which was to impregnate my first wife with Delilah. That's like I might have a child. But
you didn't tell me this.
Okay, well, listen, it wasn't really real sex, okay? It was just I masturbated into a turkey baster and shot it up into her.
Oh.
But that's the only time I masturbated, because that's sinful.
That's the only time?
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. I understand. It's in a turkey baster for a good reason.
Right. That's how we get babies.
How's the stork?
Yeah, the stork brings a turkey baster. She's very introverted, huh? Ooh, you got yourself a person who's both probably troubled and very good at not displaying troubledness.
Yeah, she will be good at that. If she's a 9 of J, she's not expressing that. She's not showing it.
You know what I'm showing you right now, Rachel?
What?
How much I adore you with my heart and emotions. TwFI is a challenging horse to ride. Hi there.
Hey, Octavia Silva.
Kevin Long, you're welcome. Octavia Silva, hello. You keep missing my streams.
Hey.
Bacon is here as well. Kevin Long has left. Bacon and Octavia who arrived. Now we've got 4 people here. It's pretty remarkable. Rachel and I are talking today about love. Love, emotions, feelings, softness, tenderness, moisture, seepage, dampness, and other assorted feeling-related matters. I'm feeling a lot of warmth and affection for Rachel right now. A lot of appreciation.
A lot of appreciation.
Yes, we have been struggling to get viewers since the switch, but I'm patient. I was struggling to retain viewers even in the old channel, so I feel positive about this. It's like I don't mind there being few viewers right now because at least it's at the beginning of a growth arc, presumably. And plus, I've got a boob to squeeze. Ooh la la. That's an ooh and ooh and ooh and ooh and ooh and a la and a la.
That's good advice from his mom. That's a song that plays when we pull the Hierophant card.
It's very, very classical music-y kind of.
Yeah, like church. Maybe not so much that, but
Winston's mom looks naked without the wrench. You do, Winston's mom. Put on some clothes.
How are the ferrets?
And how's the Octavia Silvas?
Oh, can we do a pull first? Octavia Silva.
I think we should, yeah. Can you see my eye? Can you see my eyeball on the screen? No?
It's so dark. I can't.
No? Okay.
Thanks, Winston's mom.
High-functioning autistic 12-year-old child who struggles with social cues but is empathetic. You mean INTJ or ISTJ? I stream at random times still. I stream like a beam of light emerging from a seam to the right of your mom's favorite nightgown. High-functioning autistic. That person better be mentally Jean-Luc Picarded, or it's not high-functioning autism. I'll show you some high-functioning autism right now. Excellent work, sweetheart. Beautiful bong rip.
Thank you.
Fantastic again. Absolute perfection as always, my darling. Oh, good Lord, but the tender seepage from your purity immerses me in its gloriful. You are truly the Bong Hit Pageant winner.
Aww.
One more, baby. One more in here. Pull it through, pull it through, pull it through, pull it through, pull it through. You got it. Oh, I'm sorry, a little bit. I'm sorry to impose that on you like that, darling. I should have.
Oh, I got it though, didn't I?
I think Ayn Rand is dumb. Sorry, I do. Although I like some of her quotes. She's got some good quotes. The quote about, like, a man, if you can convince a man that he does something wrong, you can control him, is an excellent quote. You have a farmer's tan shaped sunburn. In other words, you have the sunburn shape of a farmer on your back, plowing a field.
Cool.
That is cool. I'm gonna try that next time. We should go to the beach and get sunburn tattoos.
Yeah.
We should like cover ourselves completely up except for one spot that's cut in our clothes, like that has tape around, like painter's tape of a certain design or whatever. You know?
That's so funny.
That'd be
Yes,
cool.
that would be cool. TWFP should be that.
Right, we could get TWFP sunburn tattoos. um, I wanted to tell you guys anyway about this grand social experiment that I have in mind. Rich and I were discussing last night, called Fondle the Produce. So my theory is this: we would get a grocery store and put up a sign that says "Don't fondle the produce" or "Please don't fondle the produce." That produce fondling would increase by at least 40 or 50%. Because right now nobody's thinking about fondling the produce really. But once you put that sign in there and put the idea in people's heads, then of course they end up trying to fondle the produce a little bit. And the other thing is, it would necessarily elicit the question, what comprises fondling the produce?
Yeah, exactly.
And the only way you could really measure that would be in seconds held. So, you know, when asked to clarify, the person who's working at this produce department would tell them, oh, well, it's about 20 seconds. If you hold the produce for about 20 seconds, you've begun to fondle it.
Yeah.
That was a bell ringer.
Yeah.
That's what we in business call a good bong rip.
I'm so glad.
Me too. Well, that's rather ridiculous, Octavia Silva. I have it on Snapchat. Who is she, Octavia Silva, in this story you're telling me? I want to know who she is. Is it your mother? Or is it the driving instructor, or what? I didn't see. It starts with, I am working to get my driver's license. It seems to me there was a part before then that probably should have been put up there that I missed. I have a pimple right here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your ESFJ mom you're referring to. Yeah, it's your 4-slot TI and an ESFJ. They're really resistant. They're really resistant to TI arguments. They're just like, you will not TI me, mister. No, sirree, Bob. I got it fixed now.
Yeah, she wouldn't let her reputation let you out. It's true.
We have got to show the neighbors that we are more quarantined than they are.
But the truth is that, like, ESFJs are so social that she's probably really suffering too, because they do not like to be alone. They like to be around people.
True that. They do not like to be alone. Let's find the elephant pipe.
I'm sure she is just.
Where did I put the elephant pipe? Yes, I think I found the elephant pipe right here. Yes, it is the elephant pipe, my dear.
She's got all that energy and, like, no, like, extroverted, like, way she can get it out. So. she's gonna get double down on the roles, which
she's probably also going crazy on social media, talking to people.
yeah.
I remember Abraham used to Facebook message me at all random times. Anytime he'd get home and be by himself, the first thing he'd do would be like start Facebook messaging people.
Sounds like my sister.
Yeah. Let's smoke this bowl and then probably bring this to a close. I'm looking for the meow lighter, but I guess I don't have to have that.
Hey, where did the meow lighter go?
I don't know. My ESTJ dad needs an hour of you listen, they talk time a day after dinner. Yeah, my dad does too. Why won't it let me say the word introverted intuition polar? NI polar? NIP. It's probably.
Yeah, because introverted intuition equals witch. So they want witches and wizards to be at the DL. That's why I took this. Also, it's because we know what's going on. Obviously.
Yeah, that works. But NI polar doesn't.
Cool.
Did it? Did it go out? Yeah, it did. Cloud made the mistake of giving Winston's mom a clue that he thought she wouldn't be able to do anything with.
That's funny.
That was a dumb mistake.
That's very funny. Hunter, huh?
Don't give Winston's mom a useful clue, or she's bound to find something to do with it.
Yeah.
With that tool slot TE. You want to know who Cloud is? And now you got something to work with.
Yep. Oh, clue. Boom.
What movie are we gonna watch tonight?
We don't know yet. I don't know yet.
I'm feeling in the mood for that Treasure Serum library. Are you?
Yeah. That's the first thing that popped in my mind.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we're gonna do tonight. And you know what? We didn't rush the movie. See, this is the great thing about being with Rachel. I don't force things really anymore like I used to. So I was thinking earlier, well, we should watch a movie or something right now. I really was tired and just wanted to lie down. So I just lay down. And that was the right thing to do. And we napped. I napped quite a bit.
I did too.
If you're not sleeping well for a while now.
I feel guilty about stuff and stuff up. The crazy person.
You feel guilty. Oh, that's right.
That's literally why I got up, yeah.
You were looking up some things about an old friend that she feels, I guess, bad about.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I can reason the hell out of it. Like, we're going separate directions and we had nothing in common anymore. But for some reason, like, I still feel bad.
Because you're a fundamentally good person who seeks to come to terms with one's own wrongdoings as well as the wrongdoings of others. But to the extent that it is within my power to do so, I absolve you of all wrongdoings.
Thanks, Fag.
Ouch. That's a problem, Bacon. That sounds like a trip to the phone fixing store. So that sounds like. I think we should do a poll for Octavia, a poll for Bacon, and then call it a stream.
Yeah.
We didn't do a poll for Octavia yet, did we? Or did we?
No.
No, we didn't. Okay, Octavia, are you ready for a poll? Let's do romantic self, practical self, and what was the other one we did before? Romantic, practical, and artistic.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Romantic, practical, artistic. Then we'll do weakness and strength. So let's do artistic first. Octavia Silva's artistic self. No, let's do romantic first. Octavia Silva's romantic self. I just feel like this is the romantic self. 7 of Cups. And the Fool. The Fool and 7 of Cups.
You got choices.
So that's.
Well, I don't care.
Right. Your romantic self is very playful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very playful, you could say.
You go out and you take risks too.
Risk-taking and playful. Now, the practical self. Uh-oh. Okay, so practical self, you got this guy. He's very practical. That's good. This is how you feel about it. You feel kind of 4 of Cupsy about it.
Yeah, like you just think about it.
You think the reversal on the Fool is important? Okay, well, only Rachel's deck has reversals in it. It's only because she doesn't make them all go straight like I do.
Yeah, literally. Because I never read
reversals, but you interpret how you want, Octavia.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're not a fool. You ain't no fool enough.
You serious about your 7 Cups?
Yeah. Like, I have to think long and hard about my choices.
I turned it up and I turned it upside down for you here on the board. Now we've got your artistic self.
You're gonna have to help me with my cards.
I will.
Thanks.
Ooh, your artistic self is your strength.
Boom.
And your marriage. Now, your weakness, your tragic flaw. Your tragic flaw. You're too comfortable just indulging yourself. That's my interpretation of this.
Yeah.
That's your tragic flaw. You're too comfortable indulging yourself.
Yeah.
You're the King of Cups and the King of Swords, right?
King of Wands and King of Swords, yeah.
So King of Wands and King of Swords. Buffering and back. This is your greatest strength. You get your King of Rods and your King of Wands. I mean, your King of Rods and your King of Swords. So this is being rational and nine, and this is, I forget what this one is.
He's like exuberant.
Exuberant.
Yeah.
So I guess
Chatty.
I guess when you're in your extroverted self, you are. Oh wait, these right here it says. When you're in your extroverted self and also being fair and methodical and stuff, you're expressing the strongest part of yourself. Here you go, precious. Now let's do a pull for bacon. Bacon, are you here? Let's find out. Bacon, this card is for your emotional self. No, wait, no, your romantic self. I'm sorry. Let's do romantic self first. Romantic self of bacon. No. No. Which one is it? Come on, Tarot Deck, tell me. Tell me the truth this time. Which one is it? The romantic self of bacon. Here it is. It's this one. Ooh.
Yeah.
So this what tells me is your romantic self has not yet attained your soulmate, but that it will hopefully someday if you find her or him.
Maybe you have to journey off into the unknown to find your partner.
Yeah, you might have to do that. That's your romantic self. So I would suggest that you are okay. So 8 of Cups, walking away, letting go, escapism, self-discovery, withdrawal, looking for the truth. That one's pretty clear that you're meant to be with one person. You're a one relationship kind of person. But at the moment, the alternative is to be focusing on yourself, which you might be doing right now. Now, this one is the practical self. I think this tells me that your practical self gets distracted by love matters. That's what I think that means. Monotony is good. Monogamy is good. Okay, so now let's do the artistic self. The self as an artist. Let's find out Bacon's artistic self.
I bet.
Oh, it's this one. 4 pentacles plus. This is 3 rods. 3 rods and 4 pence. That's your artistic self. Now, your most debilitating weakness. The thing that undermines you about yourself. How you undermine yourself, you could call this card. It's this one and this one. Your Earth Mama nature causes you to be a fool in practical matters. That's your greatest weakness, Bacon. Your Earth Mama self causes you to be a fool in practical matters. Now, okay, now your greatest strength. Ace of Cups and Temperance. Temperance and Ace of Cups are your greatest strength. Now, I'm going to wait to see what Octavia says about the Ace of Cups. Let's see. New relationships, new beginnings in love, happiness, socializing. That's your greatest strength in conjunction with temperance. In other words, you maintain an inner calm even while partying hard.
It's nice.
That is nice. All right, good job, Bacon. Good job. Way to be. Way to be you.
Thanks, babe.
You're welcome, darling.
Aw, sometimes I'm so clueless.
So, that was nice. It was fun. I think it's about time to call it a live stream here. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, of course, Winston's mom, for your efforts on my behalf, which I greatly appreciated. And Octavia for your efforts here cutting and pasting, which I greatly appreciated.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone, for being here.
And one last card for the evening. Card for the evening. It's the peace and harmony of work already done. Right?
Yep.
That's the evening's message to you. Enjoy the peace and harmony of work already done. Ah, well, that's a good call there. Oh, new job. I misunderstood that picture. It looks like the guy's satisfied with work he's already done in that picture.
What?
This 8 of Pentacles one. what it says here is not what this picture conveys to me. The picture, it seems like a guy who's satisfied with work he's already completed.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, like we were talking about how you're saying? That's what it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't
match.
look like it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't find that card now. But anyway, the guy
Yeah,
looks
no,
like
we're
he's
talking
sitting
about
there.
Chris sitting there. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, right on. I've made all these shoes. You know?
Right. Yeah, look at my work.
Right. And here's one last card for the nighttime. Okay.
The harmony card
Double time harmony. All right. So that's
I
it.
love that.
Friends and neighbors, thanks for being here. Oh, Horse Mumbler's here now. Of course, as soon as I get ready to leave, all of a sudden somebody shows up every time.
Of course.
But thank you all for being here. We're going to split and talk to you later.
Bye.